Oscar and Alfonso by Sofía Medina. The earth has existed since immemorial time, but it is only relatively recently that humans have taken possession of it. It is the nature which will be the main chapter of this story. Lara, an animal-loving girl, returns home every evening in pain and crying to her mother. One day, she was not able to wear anymore, and she told her, "Mom, I don't want to go back to school anymore. There are children who make fun of me because of the clothes I wear." "Honey, you shouldn't care about other people's opinions, especially if you like your clothes," her mother replied. The next day, Lara arrived at school very happy because of the hat and wool gloves that her mother had knitted for her. That happiness didn't last long, since at the exit there was a group of children who teased her waiting for her, and that time they had a new mockery. Lara was badly beaten that afternoon, and admitted she did not want to return home in order not to worry her relative. However, she ran to the forest near her house. After crying and running by the path in the woods, she decided to lay down beside a tree to rest. After a second, she fell asleep. Once awake, she did not recognize the place where she was. Nevertheless, she could distinguish a silhouette. It was a very old man with a long white beard just like his hair, dropping eyelids, and giant purple circles under his eyes. Lara started screaming and running. The man explained the situation as quickly as possible to calm her down. A while later, the girl explained him what had happened to her and why she was in the forest. The man, angry about what he had just heard, explained to the girl that he was able to help her, but he needed her to ask for help in writing in order to remedy the problem. Lara then took a piece of paper and wrote, "I need your help. There is a group of children who don't stop harassing me, especially Oscar and Alfonso, the leaders of my class group. I would like you to teach them a lesson so that they never treat people like that again. For example, turn them into ugly caterpillars." After that the piece of paper was being taken and read by the old man, he had a smile on his face due to the girl's solution. "Now you have to go home. I will do my best to help you, Lara," whispered the old man as he hugged the girl. Lara ran back home, apologized to her parents for being late, and went to bed with the hopeful idea of being able to live a life without violence. The next morning, Lara did not remember anything of what had happened the day before. She thought it was due to some of the blood she had received on her head. When she arrived at school, she was happy because neither Oscar nor Alfonso had gone to class, so she would have a calmer day. During the break, Lara was in a corner eating the lunch that her father had prepared for her. When she looked at the ground, she saw two caterpillars in the middle of the playground. Then she realized. She ran out and picked them up with her hand. she spent the whole day watching and having fun with them. There were times when a chilling and blurry memory came to her mind, but she wanted to escape from the idea. Well, she could not remember anything of what had happened the day before, but she remembered the paper she had written. At the end of the day, she went for a walk into the woods. At that moment, she knew it was time to give them back. The caterpillars slid down from her hand, and they brought goodbye. Seeing this word, Laura cried and began to cry. Sorry, guys, but I can't go back to that life. A few weeks later, missing person posters appeared all over the town with pictures of Oscar and Alfonso. Despite everything that was happening, Laura began to enjoy life. The end.